Yes, this didn't feel like a shock, and that might be the most painful part. Manchester United are out of the FA Cup in the third round, y'all. At OTZ, at Old Trafford, a week of chaos, and somehow it still feels inevitable, y'all. It still feels inevitable. A week that started with sacking ended in silence. No booze, no outrage, just that quiet, hollow sound when hope drains out of a stadium. United are out of the League Cup, out of the FA Cup, 7 points off top four in the league. January 11th, 2026, y'all. And the season is already functionally over. That's what time it is. Welcome to United Square, United Public Square. Y'all know what time it is. Let me just silence this thing because I got a lot of trolls coming through and all that. And my Chelsea friends are coming through trolling at me. My Arsenal friends are coming through trolling at me as well. So, yo, let's just put them in their right places and whatnot because y'all know what time it is. Anyway, guys, smash that like button, subscribe to the thing. Manchester United 1, Brighton 2, and we are out of the FA Cup in the third round, y'all. Make it make sense. I do not know how to start this one. I do not know how to do the postmortem and all that, but it is what it is. It's all happening. It's all going down, y'all. It's all going down. Let's check it out. So exactly, let's see what happened. We all saw the results. If you were not able to watch the match, I'm sure you already have seen the results. Manchester United 1, Brighton 2, and Danny Welbeck had to be the one to put the final nail in the coffin. No more competition football for us. We are out of all competition football, and it's all over for Manchester United. And here's the cruel part: this wasn't a smash and grab. United actually, we did start well. 2 minutes in, Dallo clean through. Oh my God, one touch too heavy, the chance was gone. And that's how the game kind of like really started. That moment really matters. Remember that moment as we go on. So the first half, United had the ball, and I said a lot during the game watch along. I said I said a lot of possession, no we had so much possession but no control. I mean 64% possession sometimes in the first half, but no output, zero goals and all that, right? So we did have the ball. We had a lot of territory, we had a lot of chances, but Brighton had something that United didn't. That was calm. They had calm. In 12th minute, Welbeck cross, Martinez clears it once, but not twice. Kruder finishes, and that's how it ended. Manchester United have conceded the first goal, and suddenly the familiar script returns at OTZ. Second half was thinking maybe Darren Fletcher is going to have some talking to these boys, and then they're going to be coming out and then firing in all cylinders. Then came the moment everyone feared, right? Danny Welbeck, 64th minute, roof of the net. That curse is mystical, right? It's not just fairy tale. It is also structural, and we are suffering from curses from the past. Sheshko gives us some hope in the 85th minute. Proper striker header. Finally, momentum is gaining, and we thought we was gonna be having like a Sir Alex Ferguson moment at OTZ and all that, and that was what we were just holding on to. But suddenly it disappears. Shay Lacey, 18 years old, second yellow for dissent. Hope lasted 4 minutes, and then boom, it was red card. Shay Lacey, he just bounced the ball in front of the linesman. Second yellow card. That was a tantamount to a red card. He had to be shown off the field. And again, I was saying in during the watch along, this is what happens when you hang your hopes on, academy players. He wasn't matured enough to know that reacting that way is going to earn him the yellow card, second yellow, right? He probably thought, man, he was being passionate. That's what Stratford and demanded and all that. But it ended up in him being shown a yellow card. And thankfully, everyone was really around, putting their arms around him after the game. Like, we know he's still, a teenager, and these mistakes, these inconsistencies, are bound to happen, y'all. And that's exactly what happened here. So today is the day that Shea Lacey had to learn the hard way, and did he learn a hard lesson today, right? And after the match, actually, Darren Fletcher really, he did not blame the players, and he did not, sell us illusions either. Effort was there. According to him, there was effort. We weren't clinical. Shea is devastated. We protected him. That was according to Darren Fletcher. And that is a manager speaking. That was a caretaker shielding a broken room. And honestly, that might be exactly what the squad needs right now. Yes, let's talk about the second minute again. Let's revert back to Dallo, because football seasons turn on moments. Dallo scores that chance. Old Trafford erupts. Brighton wobble. The narrative flips. Football is always fine margins, but he doesn't. And everything that followed felt pre-written. Caught out of possession for the first goal, passive for the second, as a stray back heel in his own box that drew a lot of groans. Fans are angry again. They are exhausted. Six managers, same mistakes. That's not personal. That is pattern. And a lot of people are saying that Dallo should get out of the club already. But again, we are not going to be going on emotions and reactions and all that. We just have to identify the patterns, and hopefully the new interim that is coming in, because I don't think that Darren Fletcher is going to manage the club for the rest of the season. The remaining of the season is so important to goof around with it. We do not want to be, kind of like labbing around and, trying to do trying error and testing stuff out, because we need Europe. We need Europe, guys. We do need Europe for the next season. So, I mean, there's a lot to play for in the Prem. We need to be at least in Champions League or conference minimum, but at least Champions League or Europa is where we should be fighting or turning our attention to. And right now, it's really peak, but we have to pick ourselves up, and we need to do what is needed to get into Europe next season. Right, right, right. And right now, it feels like who deserves the most protection. It's not Ineos, right? And this is important. Shea Lacey is the person who really deserves all the protection, because Shea Lacey does not deserve any abuse. He deserves guidance. Fans are turning on him. Excuse me. Fans are not really turning on him. They are rallying around him, because passion can be coached, apathy cannot. And Sheshko, 2 goals, or I say 3 total goals in the last 2 games. He is fighting. He is leading the line. And Menu, he is still rusty. We can see that, but he's a bit composed. And there are pieces here and there that we can see, just not the structure. So yes, I know there's a lot that is going on at the club at the minute, and it's getting peak, but we have to get over this hump. We need to get over this phase. We need to back the boys and the fans. We always make our voices loud. And today, people are even not really raging like I expect a lot. I know the obvious ones are going to be going on rants and tirades and raging and ranting and all that. But majority of the fan base is not even raging anymore. It's a resignation. The stats everyone sharing says it all. First time since 1981-82 that United are out of both competitions. I mean, in domestically, both times we are out of both competitions in January. 111 years and only 40 competitive matches this season. That's not a rebuild, guys. That's the pause button. And United are suffering from a reset crisis. So, what's the big picture, if you ask me? And on this channel, we try to bring the big picture and the context and everything. We just do not do the whole, what is trending and start chasing after the raging and the running. But we need to see what the big picture is. And that's what United Public Square attempts to offer, right? Smash that like button if you haven't already. Comment and let me know how you feeling today after we out of both competitions and whatnot. Let me know. But the big picture, Brighton did not beat a giant tonight. They beat a club in transition without a map. That's how I feel about it. The Amarim debate will still rage. The Dalot debate will still rage. The interim debate is already raging. Ole at the wheel or Ole not at the wheel. Carrick coming in or Carrick not coming in. Someone to hold the line. That's exactly what United need. We still need calm. Guys, we still need calm. And that's what I'm hopefully attempting to offer, at a very disappointed time. But none of that matters if the same mistakes keep walking back onto the field. Guys, we need to make significant changes. Drastic changes, if you ask me. I mean, the players really need to wake up because at the end of the day, like Carrick is saying, once you cross that white line onto the field, everything is responsibly lying squarely on these players. The coaches cannot be coming on the field to put the ball in the back of the net. Set pieces, coach, do not matter at the end of the day when the players cross the white line, because the players need to be putting the ball at the back of the net. The players need to be clinical. The players need to take all them chances, right? Dallo missing the chances is not the player's fault. It's not Amorim in fault. It's not Amorim out fault, right? At the end of the day, the players need to take some accountability as well. I know this one really hurts because we are out of all competitions and we are not going to be winning anything at the end of the season. This this loss really hurts, not because it was dramatic, but because it was familiar, right? United did not collapse, they faded. And fading is the most dangerous thing in a football club. Fading is one of the most dangerous things, but I hope we realize it and I hope we have a quick turnaround. Well, we'll be here for the rebuild, y'all. We as United fans, we do not chicken out. We stay for the long haul. We will be here for the rebuild. We'll be here for the next interim. And we will be here when the noise dies down because when the real work starts, we will be back in the boys. United Public Square, we do not shout, we measure. And y'all know what time it is. I will definitely be seeing you on the next one. And the next one really matters because it's going to be the Manchester Derby. And I hope we get a reaction. That's what I said after Burnley. I said I hope we get a winning reaction. By this time, I really mean it. Because when everyone is on our case, I hope the boys step up and get a reaction in the Manchester Derby. And with that, I'll see you on the next one. Peace. We out.